Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So we should be live on both Instagram and Facebook group. So if you're new to the group or new to my Instagram page, I am Andrea with Happy Cloud Creations. And today we will be going over block 8 of the Cloudy Day Quilt Sampler for the Cloudy Day Quilt Along. Good morning. Okay, we got people jumping on. Say hi when you jump on. Hello, Slinky63. Linda, right? I think that's from Linda, right? All right. So we only have 2 more blocks. Today's block, and then we have block 9 next week, and then we're done. We can put our quilts together. Hello, Valen. Hello, Paula. Good morning. I know, this quilt along has gone by really fast. I'm surprised it's gone by so fast. So the 27th, the next block will be on the 22nd, and then we're done. You guys can start putting it together if you know how. The finishing instructions will come out on the 4th or the 2nd. One of those days. Tuesday. And we'll show you how I put mine together. So if you want to wait for those, you can, but I know some people like to do their own type of sashing, and so, you know, you can feel free to start finishing, because finishing is like the longest, one of the longest parts. So if once you have all your blocks together, it takes a while to finish, because you gotta, you know, put all your blocks together, baste it, quilt it, bind it. All right, so if you guys have any questions about this block, please let me know. You know, it's pretty similar. No, what did I do with my instructions? I had them right here, and now I cannot find them. Sorry about that. So, from memory, so in the instruction, it has you do the 4.5 by 8.5 inch geese first, then the corner blocks, and then the center 2.5 by 4.5 inch geese. So if you're using that supplemental, just go by those. If you're doing the one at a time, or the half square triangle flying geese. I really like the 4 at one time. Once you get used to doing them, it's not as hard as it seems. Mine don't always end up perfect, but you know, if you take your time and are precise with the seams and you're precise with cutting out your pieces, you know, it does save you a lot of time making them in the end. So this is my block. I was since my block 2 has a lot of red in it, I didn't want it to be super dominant red and then the rest of the quilt didn't have very much red. So I have 2 is dominant red, and so I thought 8 could be dominant in red as well. So I actually like to do both the geese at the same time. So I lay the pieces out and I sew them all at once to save a little time. You know, chain piecing all your pieces. And then I like to strip piece the corners, which there's instructions on how to strip piece. I think it's in block 1. No, block 2. Block 2's blog post, there's instructions on how to strip piece these corner pieces. That's how we'll be making our big cornerstones as well. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Cindy. I'm glad you guys like this block. I love stars, so, you know, star, star. Who doesn't love stars, right? Hi, Sherry. So yeah, so this one's pretty easy. The only issue you might have is this smaller block. You want to make sure it's 8.5 by 8.5 when it's done. So when you are trimming it up, you know, squaring this center block up, you want to make sure to try not to clip off any of these ends, which means you want to have a 1/4 inch of fabric above them So when you're going to sew them together, you have this 1/4 inch right here, little triangle. Well, the little triangle will just meet your seam when you're doing your 1/4 inch right here. If you don't, it'll snip them off a little bit. I don't worry too much when they get snipped off a little bit. Like this one, that one got snipped off a lot. But once I quilt this up, that one kind of got snipped off. Once I quilt this up, and I like using cotton. When you use cotton, it gets crinkled up. So you won't notice it as much. But also when you're trimming these, you want to make sure, see there's a 1/4 inch above these too. So when you're going to square them all up, you want to make sure there's a 1/4 inch on each little point. I know since most of these blocks are kind of similar, you know, the tips for each one are kind of similar. I don't got much to say. I just like checking in with you guys to make sure everything's going smoothly with you. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. So I ordered some batting today. Since the final quilt will be a 72 by a 72, you want to have at least 6 inches wider than that. So I ordered some on Amazon, some batting on Amazon. I ordered queen size just because I like having a little extra batting so that I can use it for pot holders or baby size quilts. But you could get away with getting a full size batting. That one